Hello everyone, welcome back to the Scrap Zone. I'm Julie. I'm here today with the creative design team bringing you new ideas to reimagine your Christmas paper. Am I the only one that didn't get a chance to play with the Freshly Baked collection? I've had this in my stash for a few months now and I didn't get a chance to pull it out to do some Christmas layouts or some baking layout the way that this paper was meant to be used. So I thought, okay, this is definitely a holiday paper. You've got some stickers here with holiday baking and all the little gingerbread men. But this here, living the sweet life, I'm thinking, you know what? I can totally transform this into a birthday layout. So the star of the show is my best friend. She was my bestie before bestie was even a thing, and I thought I would document her celebrating her birthday at a crop, no less. I did turn this photo into sepia because there was a lot of things going on in the background, and I really wanted to focus on her and, of course, that gorgeous birthday cake. Now in here I've pulled a few of the papers that I want to use. I'm probably going to mat this photo with Seabrook, since the title is in Seabrook and Glacier. Now let's see here. Oh, this stripe is probably a really good one to add. So I'm going to trim these pieces down and we are going to do a 12 by 12 layout. And this one is going to be celebrating birthdays. I know that I want to use this as my base page right here, but I'm going to gut this out because I also want to use it as just like an accent piece to tie everything in. So I'm going to hollow this out and I'm going to leave myself a 3/4 of an inch border right here. So I'm going to show you in real time how this is done. So basically 3/4 of an inch, you need to move your paper to the 3/4 of an inch mark, just like so. And then you start your blade at 3/4 of an inch. So right up here at 3/4 of an inch. Just gonna make sure it's at the right location. And then you're gonna go down and you're gonna bring it to 11 1/4. You're going to flip this over. You're going to push your paper in at 3/4 of an inch. And then you can put your blade right into the first cut that you did. It should be 3/4 of an inch. You're going to slide this down at 11 1/4. You're going to rotate that. You're going to put this in again. Go all the way to 11 1/4. Flip it over one more time. And we're going to have a really good usable piece right here on the inside. So here we go. And I've got this really good piece right here. I think I need to change my blade. So I was cutting glitter paper on my last project and you can see here that it's a little bit frayed, but that's okay. It's not going to show, but I'm going to show you how to change your blade right quick. So there's a little space here that says line up your blade. So when you line up your blade right here at the bottom, it just pops off. So it's very, very easy. New year, new blade, right? Let's just get that in there. And it's the same thing right here. There's a little mark. You just pop this in and you're back in business. I'm going to bring in my photo right here. And I know that I want to mat my photo in Seabrook. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to gut this out one more time. And I'm going to, give myself some cardstock to mat this photo right here. So now I'm going to have this frame, and this piece right here. And then I'm going to bring in a few papers at the back. I know I want to bring this one back, and I am going to bring this one. Now, I think I'm going to bring it this way. Okay, so I think that that is all the cutting I need to do for this layout. So again, we are going to mat these 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to bring this one back, and I think I'm going to bring this one just like so. I'm going to straighten that out, and then I'm going to add my photo like so. Living the sweet life. There we go. So I think I'm going to play with that. I might use this sticker here, and I'm looking here. These are good. These here are probably usable stickers. There's a few stickers here that I might be able to use, but I thought, since we're kind of going into our stash and we're stash diving, I have a bin that I just throw cardstock in here, and I also throw out some offcuts. And although this is done in peach, I really do feel that it works. Maybe not this one, but these little guys here totally work. It really changes the look of this layout. I've got a white one here that could probably work as well. I've got this good little white sprig. Part of me wants to add a few snowflakes because her birthday is in January and it's always cold. So you know what? I'll audition a few of these as well. But these are all really good. And although they're not exactly the same color, I think that they are going to work. I'm going to keep this out. And I think that's pretty much it as far as things that I have in my bin. Yes, I think that I will be able to use these flowers on this layout, and it might be a funny combination to add the flowers and the snowflakes, but because her birthday is in January, I think I'm going to try and make this work. So I'm going to clear off this area. I'm going to glue down all of my mats, and we're going to play with these embellishments. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've adhered all of my 3 layers here, and they've all been hollowed. And I did decide to use toffee just to bring a little bit of additional color to this layout. I'm going to start with the photo because this photo is the star. So we're going to add this right here. I'm going to add this one like so. I'm going to add this one here on a slight angle. I like how this is all turning out. Don't be afraid to add some embellishments to cover parts of the photo. Sometimes the photo has got things in there that are distracting. So I'm going to add my journaling here. I'm going to add my flower here. Just going to push everything to the side. Maybe I'm going to add my butterfly. So see, this needs to move in quite a bit. I'm just going to kind of dry fit everything. This goes like this. Now my butterfly fits. And I can add my little I can add that because that cake was really, really good. So I'm going to tilt this down so that all of these embellishments are kind of connecting to each other. There's no like awkward, weird little spaces. So I think we are committing. Since I'm doing some distressing with the toffee, I'm going to add that. And you can tell that this was in my stash. I'm going to have to do a little bit of repair work on that. but I think by adding a little bit of toffee to these flowers, it's going to bring them in to the layout even more. I'm liking how this is turning out. I've got my clusters here, and because I introduced this little circle, and it's kind of faint, but I think I'm going to do a larger one here, only because these flowers are not flamingo. They're probably done in peach or something. The colors are just a tiny little bit off, but I think by bringing in an additional circle, a stitch circle in the glacier color, I think that that's going to fix that little problem right there. So I'm almost done here. I've done all of my clusters, and I did use a lot of things, ready-made things that were already in my stash. And although I did cut a few larger circle, when I saw this, it kind of prompted me to do so. These ones were a little bit small for the layout, but as you can see, I used quite a bit of what I already had, and I really like the softness that it brings to this page, and the polka dots just bring that element of birthday flair. So I'm going to add some of these because they're inside of my flowers right here. So these are just silver glitter gems. We're going to add a few here and there to finish off this layout, and I think you'll agree that by kind of looking at what you have in your stash, what you have as far as photos to document, you can totally transform pretty much anything. If you look at this layout now, with the flowers, with the butterflies, and with this gorgeous photo, I'm so happy. I will be gifting this to her when I see her at our next crop. I hope she likes it. It was so much fun to make and so much fun to document. Okay, so this is the completed layout. Now, had I told you at the beginning that I was going to add butterflies and snowflakes and flowers on the freshly baked collection, you probably would have thought I was a little crazy. I decided to add this little scallop piece here that was in my little bin as I was putting things away. I don't know if that happens to you guys, but as I put things away, I'm like, oh, maybe I can add this to the page. And I think that it really finishes it off, and I hope that you think so too. Hope you've enjoyed all the projects you've seen on Christmas Paper Reimagined. Now tomorrow, Andrea will wrap up this series. If you want to see what the other creative design team members have shared, click on this playlist right here, the one on the right-hand side. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.